All right, all done. And let's take a look. So, pretty good. We can definitely see the glue constraints working. We have this big chunk that moves and then breaks apart right at the very end. We can see this big piece moving down here. Unfortunately, though, looks like we've got a little bit of a pop. See right here? Looks like it pops like that. That can happen sometimes. A lot of different things can cause that, unfortunately, but I find one of the more common reasons is it might be something to do with the glue. So the easiest thing I would say, if you have a situation like this, is there's different, you could jitter the start time perhaps, like just change it, add some frames to it. Or what I'm gonna do this time is just delete the glue constraints for that piece and then run this again. So let's see. Let's come back out here and say, all right, so it was right around here where this area pops. Now, again, I hate to keep saying this, but there are still a lot of bugs in Houdini 16's viewport, and this is one of them, where if I want to select something, it's just, as you can see, it's just being crazy. And so, unfortunately, just clicking on these in their packed form, even if I managed to click one like that, and I said, let's say delete to isolate it, it doesn't do it, it does something else. So anyway, so what you're gonna wanna do is promote, this is a little workaround, make an attribute promote. Let's promote the name. This is just a temporary thing, we'll get rid of this later. Promote the name so that the name is at the primitive level. Unpack everything. Just unpack it because the selection works with unpacked primitives. So let's, and then we'll just transfer the name down. So now, if I'm in this level and I'm doing a, primitive name as we are here, now I can select it. Now you can see it's not spazzing out, it's doing it correctly. Hopefully that gets resolved soon. But either way, we can do this workaround in the meantime. So we can see these are all piece 1827. This is the thing here between 14 and 15 where it pops. It's all piece 1827 business. So with that in mind, let's just go delete the glue constraints for piece 1827. So I'm just gonna come up here, real easy, make a blast, say group type is going to be points because the name is a point attribute up here. So I'm going to say if the name is equal to piece 1827 underscore star, and that will delete it. As you can see, that's where we were working before, and so there it goes, it's gone. And so now when I run my simulation, it probably won't be an issue anymore. How would we fix it by not getting rid of the glue constraints? Well, like I said, we could maybe have it start sooner or later, or more likely we could find out how something is intersecting with something else and move it. There's lots of things we could do, but this will almost certainly be the fastest way. And as long as you aren't married to any particular piece doing something specific, this will probably be for the best. So let's just run it again and see what we get now. Okay, so let's see what we got now. And this was the area over here. We no longer see that popping. And we do see instead that it collapses quickly, but it's not popping. So, good. We still have the big chunk over here falling and then breaking apart, which I like a lot. We see it all over the place. We see this big chunk move and then break apart. We see it in the foreground with these two. So we still have a lot of that being represented. We have a lot of cool things going on. I love seeing these big regions and then the small pieces in between it. And, we have the full crack appears first before everything else starts to go. You can even see the cracks kind of going out that way. We'll see it easier in the high res. But good, so that was a successful fix. If you have any other pieces that are broken, you can always just delete them. Like maybe I said I didn't like this long skinny piece. Maybe I'll delete it, I don't know. I'll probably just leave it there for now. But you can always do lots of cool little post-processing things like that.